everyone. You would love the Irish weather now even more because we have 26 degrees here today.
Yay!
Very, very untypical Irish weather. But anyways, yeah. So the reason why I came looking for help to Choral Club was my bad knee, which happened during the Latvian national dance that I started when I was 39, and I didn't go to doctors for them to do the damage. I always did the damage myself, not knowing how to take care of my health all my life. So I never drank water. I didn't eat healthy. It's just like the damage happened slowly but surely, obviously. I was taking supplements from health store before I joined Choral Club, but during that period of time, I suffered with ligament tear in my arm. So obviously I wasn't helping myself much with them supplements anyway. And my sleep was bad. I developed panic attacks. I had them for 9 years. And then that meniscus tear was what brought me to Choral Club. So I'm not going to go into details what kind of products I was using because I drank probably gallons of Biluron and the rest of the stuff, tons of everything. But so when I started taking product in September, and I never quit doing my dancing either. So the only thing that I bought in chemist was the elastic band, and I bandaged my knees, and I still kept whatever way I was able to do the dancing. I still kept doing my dancing. So I noticed that I stopped experiencing pain every day after about 2 months taking the product. That was roughly around start of December. And then a few months later, let's say 5-6 months later after I started taking the product, I just noticed that I don't experience any pain at all, not even after the dancing. And then it was, let's say it was September when I started taking the product altogether, and October I started taking stuff for my nervous system, and it was just basically an immediate result. If somebody was only telling me that as a story that they experienced, I would never believe that this is even possible. My panic attacks that I had for 9 years, they were gone just literally on a day when I started taking Griffonia, is the product for nervous system. And I thought, sure, they will come back because the work was always crazy busy during Christmas time, and Christmas time was coming up. And I said, there's no way I'm going to go through Christmas period at work without any panic attacks, not even one. I never experienced one panic attack, even Christmas time. And sure, when I fixed my nervous system like that, so my sleep improved also, because I was just going in dead circles with my nervous system. Obviously now the panic attacks and the bad sleep, I was just exhausted all the time. I was waking up tired, I was going to bed tired. I was actually too tired to go to bed. I sometimes sat on the couch for hours before I actually had strength to get up and actually move myself from couch to bed. And so I was going nowhere with that. So that was fixed, which helped a lot. While few other problems got fixed, which I wasn't even hoping to fix, like cold sores. I used to suffer with cold sores every winter. That they started popping out on me when I started the detox, but then after that first year, they never came back to me again. The time of the month doesn't bother me anymore. I used to suffer every month for my sins. That doesn't bother me anymore. So my hormonal system is balanced as well. My skin improved. What else? I can't even think of all of the problems because it's all fixed. You can only think of something when it hurts. When it doesn't hurt, you forget about these things. Just if I can mention a few other things that, my dad, for example, his stomach ulcer and duodenal ulcer that he had for 40 years, we fixed that in 2.5 weeks for him. He stopped taking medicine that he was taking for that 40 years. So that was fixed. His blood pressure we got under control in few months. That doesn't bother him either anymore. Reflux, he suffered with bad reflux. That's fixed. he sometimes takes stuff that he's not supposed to take, you know, like pickles and stuff. No, but and then he feels that it's coming back, and I said, you know, you have to stay away from this, and then it goes back to normal. My husband quit smoking after 30 more years smoking, and during the quitting he lost 11 kilograms. Usually people gain weight when they quit smoking, but he lost weight. I can't not to mention my cat. My cat used to suffer with autoimmune disorder. He had episodes of chewing himself, and then there was one episode he had his back chewed down to the skin, bleeding and everything, and then few years later he had all 4 of his legs chewed down to bleeding, and the steroid injection was the only thing that stopped him doing that. And then another bit later, he had episode where his ears covered with really, really bad infected scab. I thought he's going to lose his ears because they really looked rotten. And while I was waiting for doctor to come back with the test results, I started giving him all of the stuff that I had at home, everything like antioxidants, fatty acids, anti-parasite stuff. And his scabs started clearing after 3 days. They went from yellow to brown. I said, okay, there's some kind of progress happening. We keep going. And then the doctor came back confirming that it's autoimmune condition he has, and he suggested me to put him on steroids immediately. And I said, no, I'll wait, because we're doing something here now and it's showing me good results. We never had to go back to the doctor to take the steroids. He's good. Since then, he never had one single episode. So that's roughly my story and my 4-legged and 2-legged family story.